Welcome to Phantom Canyon. Check out this awesome campsite I got. It's a high elevation. Okay, this is officially one of the best campsites I've ever found. And I literally just stumbled across it. I didn't even intend to camp. I didn't even know what Phantom Canyon was until I was in the middle of it. And holy crap, I got some stories for you. I met a Native American wolf lady. That's how she introduced herself. In the middle, like in the middle of the cliffs. I don't want to call it forest. I guess it's a forest, but no, I was just riding around and I stumbled across this campsite and I was like, I have to do it. The universe is telling me. Plus there's already wood here. It rained last night, so I wasn't able to do that. But let me show you one of the other cool features. Obviously we have that, but then also we have our very own Babbling Brook. Oh, look at the morning dew. I'm definitely going to spend a lot of time out here after it gets a little warmer. Ay Dios. But yeah, I just stumbled across this. And honestly, I feel like the universe has been telling me for the past week, more than actually, that I need to slow down and just chill. And it even solidified it more yesterday because I went pretty far up this way. I met, like I said, Phantom Canyon, and this was Skagway Reservoir. And I went up there to do a hike. And as I mentioned earlier, the Native American wolf lady was telling me that there's a lot of Bigfoot sightings up there. I didn't see any Bigfoot sightings, but I did hear a cow screaming bloody murder in the distance for quite some time. So that was super peaceful. But on the way back, I just saw this and I was like, sure, this will be a great campsite. And on the way back from the reservoir, I drove past this campsite and I stopped up on the road and I was like, wait, is that a creek over on the side? Can I like dip my toesies in some cold water? And you know how much I love that. And I hesitated because of this. This is the entrance in here, and you can see the sands, or the dirt's a little soft. It's kind of sandy, and it's got that, you know, get stuck in it kind of incline. But I was like, oh, it hasn't rained in days. It's really dry. I'll be fine. Literally 15 minutes after I pulled in, 15 minutes, I immediately go to the creek and start sending my friends videos and like, look at this cool campsite I got. And it starts raining. And I had looked at the weather, no rain on the forecast at all until 15, and like literally it changed after I had to hook up Starlink because there's no signal here. But it changed. It was absolutely no rain to rain last night and today at some point, but I don't know, it doesn't, knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood. But I was even thinking after it started raining, it's like, oh, that's going to be even harder to get out of. And then I just felt it in my heart. It's like, maybe that's the point. Maybe I'm supposed to stay here more than a day. So at least 2 days we're going to stay here. I don't have anywhere to be until Friday. Today's Wednesday. I need to be up in Boulder. We're pretty far from it, but that's okay. We're just going to chill and enjoy life here. Like, look at that. And hopefully it doesn't rain today so I can have a campfire tonight. I haven't had a campfire in so long, and I think it would be really nice. And I'm not worried. It's not super windy here, and it's obviously not dry because it rained last night for a good while. But yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here and kind of do a little bit of healing. We will talk about that later. I think the reason the universe was telling me to slow down was because I am dealing with some grief because apparently that stuff doesn't go away. But yes, we will talk about that later. First, I'm going to make some breakfast, and yeah, I don't really have too much of a plan. Right now, breakfast. That's the plan. So let's do that. Okay, call me crazy.
Call me crazy if you want, but I've never liked store-bought pesto.
But I've never liked store-bought pesto. No, I actually love store-bought pesto. But the white girl in me is screaming and suggesting that maybe I do a cold plunge, because this water feels amazing. It is very cold, obviously, and the sun is about to be on it. Obviously, I would wait until then, obviously. But I'm not sure about doing it there. It's only about maybe a foot deep. I mean, that's all we need, you know? But also it's got like a lot of the plant sludge, and I hate the way that feels. Ooh, it feels so weird. I know it's not anything bad. It's probably good for me. But I want to go down here and see if maybe there is a better like tub for me. So won't you join me? Like, oh Mimi, what do you do when you're out in the wilderness all by yourself? What do you do? Anything. Freaking explore. See, because it kind of looks like there's like a big area over there. And watch there be like a way to get to it. My toes are frozen. Like, ooh, it is chilly. And every time I get out, it hurts worse. Ooh, what's that? Pretty. Pretty, pretty. I definitely heard something. It sounded like that, like a groan. Get on out here. I want to play this back and see if you could hear it, but I definitely heard like something. Huh. We'll come back later. I love them whispering like I'm not splashing around like a floppy goose. Okay, so I'm a white girl in the forest. Of course I'm not gonna run from noise. Anyway, I decided to just kind of come over here and check real quick, and sure enough, look at this. And there's actually like, it looks like there's campsites over here, like people have set up. Okay, y'all keep an eye out. If you see Bigfoot or a bear or something, you just be like, hey, we're right behind you. Scream it at the screen, I'll hear you. Fishies. Oh, wow. There's so many fish. And look, it's like a dam. I wonder if it's natural. Oh, it's still got the sludge, but it's not a big deal. This is nice. I'm glad I found this. Yeah, I might bring the, you know what I'll do? I'll bring the chair and I'll put it in there. And that way I won't have to touch the sludge. You see it? I won't have to touch that with my butt. My feet are fine, but I don't like my butt touching it. Call me bougie, I guess. Call me crazy. Yeah, that's exactly what we'll do. And I'll just get me a cold plunge. If you haven't tried a cold plunge, you should consider it. I've only done it a handful of times. Usually it's been with Stormy. Once I did it with Lana just to kind of, I was being a brat and I got taught a lesson real quick. But it is really exhilarating. That's the word we'll use. But yeah, it's very, and I'm not gonna lie, like while it's happening, it's torture. It is, I'm sure after I do it a couple of times, I'll change my tune. But I do have to admit, after you've finished the cold plunge, after you've done it, just good for days. Like my whole body is healed. Especially, I prefer to do it in natural bodies of water. And hopefully it's not so cold, like the ice plunges, that's unnecessary. I mean, I guess I haven't tried one of those yet, but I do like this. And this is I don't have a thermometer, or else I test it, but let's be real, it's really cold. I think it got down in like the 40s last night, and it's still early. Well, it's 11, but the sun hasn't hit it yet, obviously. So it's cold, I'm sure. I know it's cold, I was just in it. But give it like 20-30 minutes and I have the most energy. I am the most positive person. I was out here setting up the camera because I want to do the cold plunge soon, but the sun has still not made its way over like it's starting to. And I just set up the camera to catch some of the fishies swimming around in there. Hopefully we'll catch some. And as soon as I started walking back to the van, I heard a rumble in the distance. A sneaky little storm. Well, hopefully we'll be able to do the cold plunge before it hits. I've already been in it before, so I don't know why I'm so... Maybe we'll go over here towards where the sun is, at least. I'm sure it'll make such a difference. Okay. We're doing the chair. We're doing it. Oh. Girl, this ain't deep enough. That's what she said. Alright, we're going to the butt. The butt's getting it. Oh. Ooh, my bad. I like it. I want to let the dirt settle a little. Ugh. It hurts. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's a little too gross to put my full body in it. I think this is gonna just have to be it. I'll do a real cold plunge soon, I'm sure, but this is just not deep enough. I might go explore a little bit, especially if the storm passes, but I don't know. I'm really close to it now, and it's so gross. Alright. I think, how about we just go see what's down there while we still got some sunlight? Yeah. And I'll just have wet butt. Alright, help me up, help me up. Oh my God, help me up. Hey, my face is up here. Yeah, I mean, it is sparkly. That's kind of cool. Look at the sparkles. It's probably chemicals that would get in my crevices and hurt me. So I don't want to do it. Let's get up in the sun for a minute. Huh. Ominous. It's feeling a little strange out right now, huh? Okay. Look at that big hole. I was wanting to come over here and investigate these rocks. Oh, so it's not campsites. I definitely from over there it looked like fire rings. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Did you guys hear that? Someone whistling. I just said it like I've had a weird feeling. Okay, let's go. Nope. It's like it's all around me. No, I'm trusting my gut on this one. No, ma'am, something ain't right. I mean, it's not just the storm, I wouldn't think. It's like every time I get on that side of the creek, weird stuff starts happening. Because it was earlier, I got on the other side of the creek and I started hearing stuff. And if you were watching my vlog, you know I like my spookies, but I am a bullshitter, but see, now it's fine. Huh. Okay, stuff is getting really weird. Like, I'm not even bullshitting. It's getting really strange. I had to go get my old GoPro, and I was literally just telling it what was going on, this one, and it says it has 44%, but it cuts off like twice already. And the other GoPro, the one I use most of the time, or almost all the time, I had brought it out to the water to, get the fishies, and see, here it is. And when I went back, it had only been about 10 minutes of filming, and it was at 100% when I started, and I went back and it was on 1%. I was like, what? So I ran back up here after hearing the noises. That's when I noticed it was at 1%. And I ran back up here. I was like, I had one more battery that was completely full. I have 3 over there, and they're charging now. And I put the full one in there, and it said it had a charge. Like on the screen, it said it had 100%. But 5 different times I tried it, and it kept cutting off, saying the battery was too low. I'm like, what the heck? So I went and grabbed this one. It's still on now, but I tried this twice already, and it cut off. So now we're doing the phone. Yeah, everything shifted real quick. Like, I even said it, it's like, it feels really weird. Obviously, there's a storm approaching, and that always makes things kind of eerie, but I don't know. The whistling. I don't want to say what I think it is, because I don't like saying that word out loud. It looks like I made a fire. I did it. Took me a minute, but I got it. This is so nice, right? I really needed this. This was perfect. All right, I'm gonna do something a little different than I usually do on this channel. I try to keep everything super positive, and I think this is super positive. But as I mentioned earlier in this video, I feel like the universe wanted me to be at this campsite, and it wanted me to believe I was stuck. I was happy to believe I was stuck. I went and tested the little, I showed you guys earlier. I thought it was soft soil and I wasn't gonna maybe get stuck or something trying to get out, you know. I went and tested it earlier, right after it had rained, and I don't think it's gonna be an issue, knock on wood, of course. But I think I knew I just needed some time, like, alone. Like, the majority of my time I spend alone, but I wanted this, exactly this. And I got it, you know, I manifested this. But I definitely have been struggling a little bit with just even working, editing the vlog. I've been a little discouraged because it wasn't going quite the speed I was hoping it would go, or progressing. But actually I just posted a video that's doing really well, so that makes me feel pretty good. But it's interesting because I just like in the past week, I decided to just slow down, because September is always difficult for me because on September 7th, 2015 is when my mother died. And anybody that's lost a very close loved one would probably know that a good portion of the time, it's not just one day. And yeah, my mother, she fell and she was in the hospital, and it just got worse over 7 days. And then even after she died, funeral and stuff like that, and I was right in the heart of it. My father and I were responsible for everything. So I think I have some 9-year-old trauma that I've never actually dealt with. Every year at September I get real sad, and I figure, oh, it's just because I'm sad because my mom died, blah, blah, blah. And this time it's very different because I'm so separated from any life I've ever known, and I'm away from all of my friends and loved ones. And I really am embracing the whole solitude thing, and I'm trying to get to know myself and get to know, you know, like me at my core. And oh, the smoke, it just loves to punch me in the face every once in a while. But no, another wonderful thing about van life, especially for me, at least right now, I'm not really paying too much attention to the date or, you know, what time or whatever it is. I'm just functioning. Like, I have it saved in my calendar if I have something important coming up, and it'll alert me like a day or two before that I need to get ready for it. But I don't really have anything important until the end of this month, because Lana, my best friend, she's getting married, and I'm going to the wedding. But other than that, I've kind of just got a free month that I can just wander around Colorado. And I didn't realize it was even September, but I did notice that I was just oddly sad, and I didn't know why. I was just kind of down and fatigued and sluggish, and I didn't really want to be around people. And then I got an alert on my phone that said Mom's D-Day is coming up, and I was like, well, there it is. That explains why. Like, it was almost like my body knew before my brain did that it was time to grieve. So that's what I've been doing here. I've just been spending time thinking about my mother, remembering what it was like when she passed. I think that's one thing I've tried to forget. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it on here. It's something for me. You guys, it's never a fun story to hear about dead mom stuff, but I just worked through the whole thing. I remembered every day, and like today, I think tomorrow would have been the funeral. So yeah, I'm still going for it the whole month for the most part. At least the next couple of days is going to be me thinking about that. And on her actual death day, I didn't do anything super sad. I decided to do something that I would have done if she was still alive. You know, I had a mother-daughter day just with Ghost Mom instead. And I know this is not an original idea, obviously. I'm not, you know, trying to, plenty of cultures do this to honor the dead and like do things that the dead, like the person that passed away, maybe enjoyed in their life. And that's what I did. And I wish it could, I kind of want to make a joke about it because it's like, you know, Dia de los Muertos, it's like, oh, we have this ofrenda and it's beautiful. We put these memories and everything. And me, I went to Chili's. My mom, we liked chain restaurants a lot. So I went to Chili's and had a margarita. because she would have enjoyed that. And then I thought it was kind of perfect because Beetlejuice just got released, and that is one of the main movies I remember watching with my parents and growing up. So I was like, perfect. I'll go to Chili's and then I'll go watch Beetlejuice with my mom. And you know what? I had a wonderful time. And it's definitely, I still got that like, ugh, I kind of want to cry, but not because I'm sad. I think it's more of a respect thing. I think it's respectful to grieve our loved ones, at least, you know, certain times of the year, not the entire time. But I mean, like, obviously in some ways. I'm rambling. Basically, that's what this was. And I mean, like, I don't know if this is appropriate to say, but what a beautiful place to grieve. I mean, look. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. The fire's going out, but that's okay. I wasn't planning on sitting out here too long, especially with all the strange noises that I've been hearing out here. I love it here, but it's definitely had some sketchy moments for sure. But I'm being very respectful, and I think I'm fine. But yes, I think we're going to end the video here. This was a beautiful day. I guess this is a day in the life of a grieving lesbian comedian that lives in a van. Hey, where else are you going to find that? Where else are you going to... Is this like watch it become a niche on YouTube? Probably not. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Today was wonderful. I had a great time. We got some really cool stuff. I'm heading north after this. Towards Colorado Springs. I'm probably going to go on up to Boulder where I have something extreme planned. It's not like what I usually do, but I may or may not do it. I don't know. Don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. But if you enjoyed this video, guess what? I have so many other videos. I'm going to start putting them up on the screen, and you could click on them and watch them. And maybe subscribe if you haven't already. That would really help out the channel. I'd really appreciate it if you did. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Live your life, chase your dreams. I love every single one of you. And bye.